Hey guys, this is Josh from soccerreviewsforyou.com bringing you the review for the Adizero synthetics, leathers, and primes. Well, first off right here, I just wanted to show probably the shoes that sparked the most interest and confusion on my channel, which is the Adizero RS7. Basically, this is the rugby version of the Adizero, but I want to point out that there is no difference at all from the soccer version. The only differences that you will see is the pattern on the outside and the tongue is shaped slightly different. But other than that, they are exactly the same. So, the one thing that all the three Adizeros have in common is the sole plate and stud pattern. You are getting the same sole plate. It's really light. That's probably the main reason why the shoe is so light. The studs are probably a little bit long, I would say, for my liking, but if you're playing on firm ground like it says, they are no problem. It's a really good stud pattern. It's kind of a mix between the round studs and the blades, which is, I prefer the round studs, but these definitely do a good job. The sole plate's pretty easy to break in. It's not very stiff out of the box, so you should have really no problem breaking it in. Okay, so for the synthetic version, probably the least used amongst the pros, you get a pretty thin upper. I would say it's probably on par with the Vapors in terms of how thick it is. And unfortunately, the fit is not as good. I wouldn't say is as good as the Vapors, but it still is very good. With this one, you get the webbing on the inside that's supposed to act like a flywire kind of thing, but it's mostly a structural thing, I think, because the upper is so thin. Overall, I would say definitely get your normal size in this one, but it is by no means a bad upper. I know that the leather is more popular amongst the pros, but I really did like this one, and it is a really good shoe. Alright guys, for the leather version, I don't have it in my hands right now, but for the leather version, you do get a way softer leather than you did in the original Adizeros. And if you read my reviews of the original ones, I did actually prefer the synthetic one over the leather because of the poor leather quality. Well, in the new one you get, although the leather doesn't go as far into the shoe, it probably ends here. You do get a much softer, higher quality leather. But keep in mind that it will stretch a lot, so definitely order a half size down. The only thing I really didn't like about the leather version is the tongue. They put a very thin leather tongue that had really no support or anything in it, so once you broke the shoe in, you got a lot of lace bite because it just kind of like compressed into itself, so it was really thin, and I don't know, I wasn't a fan of it. But the leather version is definitely better than the synthetic version this year, I would say. So if you're interested in a very light leather shoe, this would probably be your best pick. Alright guys, as for the Adizero Primes, probably the main question is it worth the extra $100? And if so, what is the difference? Well, there isn't much of a difference, to be honest. The weight difference I guess you can kind of feel on your hand, but you won't be able to feel it on your feet. The only difference for me is there's two differences. The upper is really thin. It's the thinnest upper I've ever used on a soccer shoe. It's literally paper thin. And the fit, for me, the fit is probably the best of all three, the leather and the synthetic. The primes fit really well. They really wrap your foot perfectly, and they fit fantastic. You also will notice that the upper, because it is so thin, will stretch a little bit, but that's okay, because it actually just improves to the fit and makes it more of a leathery feel. But if you really want to sock the feeling of wearing no shoes at all, and it fits like a glove, then the primes are definitely what you're looking for. You see a lot of pros like Dani Alves and Gareth Bale opting for the primes. It really is the closest thing you can get to playing barefoot. Alright guys, everything you see on my website and my unboxing videos is available for sale on my website, soccerreviewsforyou.com. And now the new RS7s are available for sale too. I know I've had a lot of questions about these. Just go to my website and you can get them from there. Thanks for watching guys. To visit my website, click the link in the description. And guys, please comment, rate, and subscribe. It really helps me out. And for some further incentive, once I hit 200 subscribers, there will be a giveaway, probably a couple pairs of shoes. So make sure you do that, and thanks for watching, guys.